Hi, Kim. Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome back. Chatting with Kenyatta. Again, we're with Mr. Ken Miner, great lender.
Thank you.
What's your company name again?
Primary residential mortgage, or PRMI.
Okay. So, Kim, today I want to talk about what lenders expect from um, from buyers. Like, what are you looking for? Credit, down payment, so on and so forth.
Sure. So lenders are looking for three things: credit, capacity, and collateral. So credit, what does your credit look like? What are your credit scores? What's on your credit report? So is your credit score above 640? Do you have collections or charge-offs or bankruptcies on your credit report? That's number one. Number two is capacity. Capacity means your ability to repay the loan. So, in essence, what is your debt to income ratio? So, your debt to income ratio is going to be your total debts, including the proposed housing payment, divided by your gross income. And that ratio is referred to as your income to debt ratio. So for conventional loans, technically, theoretically, we want you below a 50% DTI. FHA, you can go as high as 55%. VA, I've had loans approved up to 60%. So that's number two. And number three is the collateral, meaning the property that you're purchasing. So is that going to be a single family home? Is it a townhome? Is it a condo? Is there another unit on the property, also known as an auxiliary unit, like a second home, a guest home, um, the acreage? So we're going to look at those three things in determining your credit worthiness. And if your credit is below a 620, for example, which is the minimum for a conventional loan, then we can work with you to get that score up. If you want to participate in a down payment assistance program, most of those have a minimum credit score. For example, here in Maryland, for the Maryland Mortgage Program, their minimum score is 640. Um, what is between a score of 640 to 680. The maximum debt ratio is 45%. With a score of 680 or higher, you can go up to 50%. So we can work with you if you have a lower credit score. DTI, you may need to pay down some debt or pay off some debt to get that ratio down. And then for the collateral, the rates tend to be a tad bit higher for condos. Um, and then so these are, all these things are, or all these three categories are for your typical FHA conventional VA products. And then there's another category of products called non-qualified products or non-QM, non-qualified loans.
Which I'm trying to
These are
do.
Yes, yes, yes. We've closed some of those together. So those would be loans that don't fit into that those
Standard.
programs. Yeah, those standards. They're unique products. For example, you could have a bank statement loan. So a buyer would use their deposits and their bank statements as their income. And just as a note, in the state of Maryland, the old stated income products are no longer legal. So you have to come up with some form of determinant in terms of your income. And so there's like a 12 or 24-month bank statement where we take the total deposits over a 12-month period, divide that by 12. You may or may not have an expense factor, and then we use that as your income. So those are the sort of things that we're going to look at in determining whether or not you qualify.
Got it. All righty. Thank you, Kim.
You're welcome.